Okay, what's up? I'm with Vic right now.
What's going on, guys?
I'm having him pull out all the customs that he has done in the past on his channel, talk about it, show what he's done to it, maybe, you know, reminisce on his favorite shoes. So let's hear about these bad boys.
Alright, we'll start off with the Air Max 90s. This is a really cool shoe. It has a lot of cool features. For beginners, it has a nice clean colorway, obviously like the Air Max. We added some LEDs inside the shoes, lights on the air units, and tongues, and the sides. One of the coolest customs.
Now, one of my personal favorites, he's even wearing the t-shirt. Let's hear about it.
The Grogu Blazers. This is one of my favorites too, man. I know you can appreciate it. This is a Star Wars themed custom. I did these back when season 2 Mandalorian came out. I was so hyped, just like Tyler. For this one, I had a thing outside the box. You know, I did a nice textured swoosh, you know, just like Yoda and Grogu skin. Added a nice little gradient, very subtle. Star Wars on the back, you can't miss that. And the whole clean colorway, the whole colorway is just really clean. One of my favorite details though is the soles. I aged them, kind of made them look like they've been through Tatooine.
So this shoe too, we might be doing some stitching on our project right now, maybe not. That being said, this one he did use the cobbler, the little Amazon one, the hand crank one, if you check out his video. And as you can see, you know, it's a nice simple machine, but the swoosh came out really clean for the machine that he's using. So you could definitely use that as well, especially the laser engraver right there, but that was what he used on that pair. So another one, if you have seen the MTV episode, these are the Holy Grail. This is what won him the competition.
This one was a lot of fun. This one was nerve-wracking all around. Just the experience of going out to LA to film this video with MTV, having X amount of time to complete this project. This one was super intense, but I love the colorway. It screams MTV 80s. We had the lights on the side. Let me turn that on for you guys actually. So that's supposed to be like a music sound bar where they're just kind of like going up and down. On the bottom, I got a Bluetooth speaker. I got to connect it to my phone, but it works. These two features definitely won it for me. Super exciting stuff.
And also on the show, I didn't notice, but on the top up here, he actually glued that in there, but he was so nice with cutting and gluing that it looks super flush. You also got the speaker on the sole, and then you got like little details on the laces, and the laces,
oh, that's right.
I noticed later that like when I was in person, I didn't see it on the show just because of the camera and whatnot, but you can see that in person. So it's like really nice details once you do see it up close.
Yep, it says I want my MTV on the laces.
Okay, so this one, if you guys are like YouTube OGs, this is one of those weird ones where when I saw it, I couldn't believe that I still saw it. This was made like 100 years ago on YouTube, yep. But like if you're like an OG sneakerhead, like customizer, you might know this one. This
one was a really cool one. It was very controversial because of all the colors. A lot of people didn't like it. This is actually one of my favorite customs. This is from the Beatles, the Magical Mystery Tour album. It's very psychedelic looking. Colors, the brightness, the color shifting paint. This is a really cool custom. Again, super OG 2017.
This is one of those too where the whole video is him taking stars off, putting them on.
I need to go back and watch that video.
Oh my gosh, and he's in the OG. So this is the new studio too. There's like a setup right here and then a shoe cleaner one right there, but that was back when he was like in the computer corner with all this cool setup with the Vick Almighty background.
Yeah, that was the old office, old Rejuvenator branding. This one was very futuristic, next level stuff. Just did this a couple months ago. This is a Tesla Air Force One custom. I picked this base just because of the sole. It has that futuristic look. That's what I think when I see Tesla. So on this shoe, we have some EL wires all around the swooshes, the Tesla logo on the tongue that also lights up, and some auto lacing feature. I'll show you guys the lights.
And also with all of his shoes too, he now has laser engraver, so there's gonna be a lot more detail in shoes. Like this one has Tesla. Some of the other stuff has some cool engravings like the Grogu shoe, but he's definitely implementing more of that into the customs as well that you don't really see.
You gotta use all the tools you have.
Me and Vic kind of nerd out on Star Wars Marvel stuff, and this one is a very cool one as well. The story behind that too, he was talking about how they cranked it out super fast in a couple of days, this customization. This is the Black Panther Jordans right here.
Yeah, so just like Tyler said, we have this similar passion for Marvel, Star Wars, all that cool stuff. When I learned that Chadwick Boseman passed away that Friday, me and the team got on it right away that weekend, started filming Monday. Usually with this stuff, you know this stuff, it doesn't take 1 day or 2 hours. It takes several days to complete a project. So we got it done, and as we were working, we were editing the video, so we were able to put it out the following Monday. That's the fastest we ever turned around a project. So again, this one, cool features. There's some laser engraving on these side panels. We actually removed the parts, put it back onto the shoe. We did some 3D 3D printing for the teeth, Panther on the top. You know, can't do a custom without some cool lights. So again, this was inspired from those lights on a suit.
This one too, there's a lot more detail when you see it in person than just up in like a video format or YouTube format. Like there's different shades of black and whatnot throughout the sole and also on the upper that you could definitely see once you're up close in person.
Yep, so we got the lights in the air unit, purple of course, teeth, the texture from his actual suit, Panther. This is a really cool shoe. I'll probably never get rid of this one.
These ones too. Oh my gosh, this is crazy.
Iron Man.
The Iron Man.
3s.
Those are crazy.
These took me forever, man. I couldn't get the shading right at the time. And this is right before Infinity War came out. No, was it Infinity War? No, it was an Endgame. Right before Endgame came out. So, you know, there was hype around it. Obviously, we did the Iron Man, best character in the Marvel Universe, in my opinion. Came out super cool. Had to add lights in the air units as well. I think most of my customs have lights, like Tyler said. If it calls for it, I'll do it.
For people that are watching, I personally say the best part that you need to focus on is a prep. What do you think when customizing you got to focus on?
Prep work. Depends on what you're doing, but of course, if you're gluing, you don't get that glue off, it's not gonna stick. If you're painting and it requires taping and you don't do a good job taping, you're gonna get paint everywhere and you're gonna have a sloppy paint job. Prep work, 1000%.
A lot more longer than normal.
That's the trick. I usually have the same color shirt and I just use it every single day, switch it out. It just makes it look like I've been on the camera for like 10 minutes, but in reality, I've been behind the camera for like 5 days.
Okay, we got 3 more and then that should be it. So this one recently came out, if you've seen that one.
Bacon Air Max 95. I like this shoe a lot just because of the side. The strip just kind of resemble a bacon strip, so I thought that was super cool. The air units are pretty clean. The bacon strip on the tongue, clean colorway.
Another one, the Oregon. Let's hear about that one. That one's very clean as well.
Oregon Jordan 3. You know, I had to go in and add the Oregon colorway to the shoe. I added the Oregon O on the back. Very clean, very subtle. Did this a few years back. You know, very simple overall. It was a nice clean color blocking.
This one's also a very old one. He did do the other pair the other day, like a month. Was it a month ago?
It was about a month ago.
These look really awesome in person. This is definitely a custom pair that I would wear. These kind of go crazy. So what did you do? Did you dye it or did you paint it, airbrush it?
I did a little bit of everything. I dyed the soles red on this one, painted the uppers. The hardest part of an Air Max 90 off-white, and I had a hard time doing this on the Undefeated, on the second shoe, was the zigzag stitching. You literally have to sit there with a little paintbrush, paint every single thread, and make sure you don't get any paint anywhere else. This took forever and I was starting to lose my mind. So I don't think I'll ever do another off-white Air Max 90. It just takes way too long. And all the materials on the shoe are just so funky to work with. The shoe is already kind of a custom as is, so it's so hard to incorporate painting this material and this material. You got leather, you got mesh, you got suede. It's so hard to keep it consistent and clean. So never doing this shoe again, but it was clean.
So out of all these, which is your favorite?
My favorite.
What's your favorite custom out of all these?
That's tough, man. So I mean, I have 2 sets of customs. So I have the customs that I like to wear, clean, subtle stuff that I feel like Jordan should have came out with. Then I have the more artsy stuff that have cool concepts. So as far as this stuff on the table, I don't know, let's start eliminating stuff. Bacons are cool, but it's definitely not my favorite. Super cool shoe, it's like a wedding shoe. If I was to go to a prom or a wedding or something that requires a shoe, I would wear it all day. It's not my favorite though. Tesla custom, really cool. Consider this shoe more of a prototype. One day we'll nail down a perfect all-tech Tesla shoe. Till then, Thriller custom, really cool. Not it.
Yes, no?
Maybe.
Okay,
That's
maybe.
The maybe pile.
Yes, maybe.
Really cool, but no. It's in the maybe pile.
Grogu, maybe. Max.
Really cool concept. Love everything about it, but it's not my favorite. Legos is up in the running.
Okay, Iron Man.
It's up there too.
No. What about these?
Really cool colorway. I want to make a pair for myself, but nope.
What about fragment and organs?
Love my fragments. Love the Oregons. No on both.
MTV? Yes,
MTV's
no?
over here. I don't know
Okay.
yet. Pokemon. Love the 64. I would beat anybody at Super Smash Brothers. Just so you know. Not my favorite.
Okay, so now he has all the movies and then the TV show.
Love this custom. At one point it was my favorite just because of the experience, but done some other really cool stuff since, so not these, man. Iron Man, awesome stuff. I feel like now, 2 years later, I could create an even better Iron Man custom. Maybe I'll do that. I have a feeling Robert Downey Jr. eventually will come back to reprise his role. What do you think?
I think he's gonna come back as a computer.
A computer,
Yeah.
different universe, something.
Oh my goodness! If he comes back in a different universe,
something. Even Chris Evans. He
oh
will
my,
come back
yeah,
as Captain America one day.
exactly.
White hair, you know, more comic book looking Captain America. I don't know, but expect both of them one day. You heard it here first. Legos, really cool shoe. This was on display in my room for a long time. Vans, really cool. Not my favorite. This one's really clean, very simple. I'm surprised on how much I like this shoe. I kind of came up with this concept within a couple days before I started shooting it. Again, it was supposed to be more of a Mandalorian custom, but I just couldn't find the right elements because the suit is just pretty much, what's the name of that material? Beskar. Beskar. It was just shiny silver. It would have been cool, but I just felt like it was too basic and not enough going on. So figured it out. Grogu, cool elements, the stuff behind the swoosh. I don't know, this is a custom I would wear all day, and this is something that I feel Nike should actually release. This one, you know, the whole team came together on this one. All the elements worked out perfectly. You know, if I had to pick, I'd go with these.
There you go. He went with the purple LED Black Panther Jordans. Personally, I would go with the Star Wars because I'm a Star Wars nerd, but we're biased towards it. But these are some of the better customs that he has done. I like this one personally because he has the fur underneath it and then the texture that he added with the laser engraving. You got Star Wars on the back and the sole is all tinted. It looks very nice. And then this one is one of those sleepers where I feel like you don't really notice a detail until you actually hold it in person. Because once you hold it in person, it's a whole different animal, especially with the LEDs underneath, which look cool, but
you're making me want to change my mind.
Oh no. So those are all of his shoes that he has done. Hopefully you like this. I might be going around and doing other stuff as well, some B-roll. If not, I'll see you later. Have a good one.
Thanks for having me, you guys. Stay tuned for our video. We build a beautiful Jordan 1. I'm not gonna say anything more, but stay tuned.
Grogu and the Black Panther.
Yeah, I think so, man. I haven't really narrowed it down to just like a couple shoes.